In 2006, when Indra Nooyi became the first ever female CEO of PepsiCo, as also the first ever non American born CEO of a major American company, she was often asked, "How did you do it?" And she always took the people back to her younger days, where she used to sit on the dinner table with her mother and her sister. And her mother used to ask them to prepare a speech by a president or a chief minister or a prime minister on any topic about how they would behave in a certain situation. At the end of the dinner, the mother used to listen to the speeches and decide whom she would vote for. Now, this practice enabled her to have a lot of confidence, and especially in her career when a lot of male colleagues counter-checked and questioned her suggestions, she was always able to fall back upon her speech learnings and give them inputs, cross and counter arguments to convince them. And not only that, she had that confidence that she at any time can become the president or a CEO of a major company, because that was instilled in her right from her young days. Now, how did you like this story? I'm sure you did, because it was tailored for you. And let me tell you, we humans, our minds are tailored for listening to stories. And it is because of that you are here today. Because Homo sapiens, if I may take, we used to get together based on stories, based on a common idea, based on a common thought, and we were able to overcome our opposition, our enemies, just by sheerly through our numbers. And that is why stories are existential for us and important for us. In my previous episode, I talked about the structure of the story and its three parts, which are the setup, the build-up, and the payoff. Now, you can variate the story in many ways. The hero can be set up in certain ways. The build-up can be across number of things. But let us be a bit more scientific. In the book, Let the Story Do the Work by Esther K. Choi, he came up with 5 sets or plots of stories for businesses. And those are the ones, if told properly, would generate a lot of interest by the audience. Now, these were, as I said, 5 plots of stories. And the first one was the origin story, which you just heard the way Indra Nooyi told about how she became the CEO. Now, origin stories are very important because they connect the dots from our past to our present, and they help us satisfy a curiosity. Now, how many of you would have asked your mother, "Hey, Mom, where did I come from?" A very embarrassing question, of course, but I am confident that you would have asked. Well, that is why a origin story satisfied a curiosity. And it is very, very essential for you, if you are a startup, say, who has had some passion about something, some motivation, which triggered you to get into what you are. I remember for myself, like when I was young, my father always used to tell me, "Yeah, Rajiv, you should be different from others." And I always thought, how will I be different? And then I came upon a set of ads, advertisements, and billboards which said, "Do you have it in you? Join the Indian Army." And that motivated me to join the army over all others, even when I had some great opportunities with me. So, very important origin story for a startup or even for yourself when you are giving a talk or when you are making a speech in some major event, always you can fall back upon your origin, take it out, and give a story which really keeps the audience engaged. The next one that I come to is the rags to riches story. Now, this story is where you have some unsurmountable problems, some lack of privileges when you are young, but you overcome them by your efforts, by your passion, and are on your way to success. But remember one thing, this story is best told when you have achieved some amount of success. And you will find the audience will be rooting for you. And why? Because they always would have that feeling that if this guy can do it, why can't I? So that appreciation is always there. And why not that? Let's take the example of Oyo Rooms, Ritesh Agarwal. He used to sell SIM cards on the roadside and moved on to become and make the largest almost hospitality chain, I would say, in the world. And he always goes with the tagline that from roadside to boardroom and still selling rooms. Okay, the third one is about rebirth. It is about success from the ashes of failure. It is about a second chance. Now, again, this is a type of story which is loved by the audience and they really root for you. So, if you are a startup or a company which has had some failure earlier, you should definitely bring this into your story and include it somewhere or the other because definitely the audience will love that. And let me also give you an example. Let's say Sugar Cosmetics by Vanita. Then she failed 5, 6 times. And the next time she was able to bring up Sugar Cosmetics to a level that it is now the industry buzzword. And what is her buzzword? And she said, fail 6 times, rise up the seventh, but this time with lipstick. Next one that I would like to bring out is slaying the monster. Yes, a slaying the monster is where you have a big unsurmountable problem. It may be cancer or any other such disease, or it may be the government, or it may be a big, huge bank which is troubling you, but or it may be even your boss for that matter. So, in your personal story, or in your startup page, or in your presentation somewhere, you can bring out this story real well. It is always about the David versus the Goliath. And your audience is going to love being with the underdog, which is you. And an example is, let's say, about Razor Pay. In Razor Pay, Harshil and Sashank, now these were the two guys who built up a payment gateway under unsurmountable problems of the government policies as also the banks. The huge banks, they did not let them move. But they worked hard to come up with such simple gateways that others have to follow them. And they always said they came to build a gateway, but they conquered the castle. The fifth plot is about quest. It is about a sense of restlessness. It is about the desire to achieve more than what life can offer. Now, such people are the ones who come out of their comfort zone and they tend to try and achieve much more to get an impact which really makes a difference to a large number of people. The audience really reveres such type of heroes, if I may say. And not only that, this is an ideal plot for you in case you have a very, very strong sense of passion about something, about making a difference to others. Let me give you an example. See, Agastya Foundation by Mr. Ramji, his passion was to awaken a billion minds. He noticed that the elementary school children of India lacked the curiosity of science, of asking the right questions. And what he did, he took science laboratories to the students across villages in Andhra Pradesh and enabled those students to come up and ask questions, to not to be afraid and not to learn by rote. So these were the five type of plots. Let me tell you that these plots you can mix and match also. Like if you want to tell a quest story, you can start maybe by Rebirth or maybe by even rack storages, depending upon what you want to convey. And an important thing that I want to bring out is that one common factor in all five is about hope. Hope can crush your heart like an eggshell, or it can make it soar like an eagle. It is up to you how you handle the audience and how you handle the story so that you can have the hearts of the audience soaring. And before I come to my next episode about audience, I also want to tell you one thing, that I conduct workshops half day, one day, or even more. And in these workshops, I elaborate upon what I have covered today. So, with this, I end my session. And in case you have your story and you feel that it aligns well with any of these plots, please do reach out to me. And if you are aware of somebody else who has a great story but is shy in not telling, do tag them and we will reach out to them. Thank you. Have a great day.